One thing that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is how when you become more aware, you actually start to feel worse. See, there's this study on meditation, and it shows that after the first week of meditation, anxiety actually increases. But this is actually just showing that the practice is working. We're becoming more aware that we're lost in thought and that our emotions are within our body. We're seeing more. Maybe before we didn't really realize that we were unconsciously just thinking all day, lost in these thoughts and ruminations. And now that we're aware, we notice that it's always there. There's always this constant chatter within our minds. Maybe we were suppressing our emotions, or maybe we were just unconsciously letting them well up within us and drive our reactions. A lot of people associate awareness as being a curse, but it's not a curse. We just haven't learned how to live with it. Awareness awareness is actually something that can solve a lot of your most immediate problems. But the thing is we have to learn how to be with the awareness, and we have to learn how to detach ourselves from the things that we are seeing. Because not only does it turn a light of awareness on our inner world, it actually turns a light on to the external world. We start to see other people, the masks that they wear. We start to see through the veils of situations. We start to see other people's conditioning and programming and the way they manipulate their worlds. And so we think, it's hard to connect with people now because I just don't feel like I get along with most people anymore. And the thing with this is that it kind of gives us this superiority, like we see more or we know more. And becoming more aware, oftentimes it's like, oh, we've transcended our ego, but actually our awareness has risen, and so has our ego. It's just wearing a spiritual mask now. The way that we start to allow awareness to work for us and liberate us and give us more freedom is by letting go of our identifications and our attachments. We have to realize that we are not our thoughts. That chattering that is in our head is not us. Neither are the emotions. These are just biological processes. A lot of it is just past, traumas and samskaras that get triggered by situations out in the world. But when we learn to let go and not needing to identify with those things and not needing to take other people so personally, the way they act and the things they say and situations in general, once we can learn to let go of that, that is when our freedom will start to arise. We'll feel it more. We'll feel that freedom. Our awareness should make us feel more authentic. Sometimes when we become more aware, we think that we need to transcend our emotions and our thoughts and our beliefs and feel good all the time, like we're lost in bliss or something. But I think that's another trap as well. Once we can let go of our attachments to, say, strong emotions, we realize that when we're fully aware and fully liberated, we can respond to situations very cleanly in a way that doesn't bother us. We don't overthink what we're going to say or do next. We just say it and do it without any deep attachment to the outcome of that, because it's not emotionally charged, because we've let that weight go. We've dropped the baggage. And this can only be done through awareness, because feeling that a strong emotion come on, it can take us over. But when we're aware of it coming on and we realize that it's just a biological process and it is not us, we can let it pass through our bodies cleanly, because we're supposed to feel. We're supposed to feel and we're supposed to think, but we're supposed to do it consciously, not unconsciously. And so another big part of this is nervous system regulation and letting ourselves feel everything that comes up, but letting it pass through us and not attaching ourselves to it or trying to push it away or trying to suppress it because we're afraid of it or we think we shouldn't be feeling certain things. It's all due to awareness. We start to become aware that all of the distress that is in our lives that we're feeling is done by us. We are distressing ourselves by feeding into the thoughts and feeding into the feelings and the narratives and the stories about other people and the situations. Awareness is supposed to liberate you, but at first it will be uncomfortable. And this is normal. This is a phase, but you can't allow yourself to get stuck in that phase because then you'll feel like it is a curse. We have to move through it. We have to move through the phase cleanly, like we move through a thought or an emotion. And don't hang on to it. Let it go. Let it pass. Don't cling. Just notice. I'm feeling anger. There's anger again. We don't have to change it. You're not supposed to change it. You're supposed to let it be. Let it be. Let it be. And so I hope I've made this point clear, but if you're in this situation, if you're feeling like you're coming into an awakening and everything kind of sucks, you feel isolated, you don't connect with people, you got to understand you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, and you don't need to take everything personally. And you can actually have more compassion for yourself and other people by understanding that we're all on our own path and we're all in different phases of awakening. And some people are just where they're at, and you have to allow them to be there just as you have to allow and accept where you are. And in this way, awareness will turn into freedom, into liberation, but it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. And it's a process that we don't push hard or try to escape from, but that we just settle into and accept where we are and move forward and just keep going without any attachment. Okay? So I hope this video helps. I hope you're enjoying all of these series on overthinking and rumination. Drop some comments below if you have any questions or any insights you'd like to add to the conversation. And once again, I'm going to be making these videos every week, and I hope to see you here, enjoying them, getting something from them, and really truly liberating yourself and awakening and feeling and being human and being here now. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.